it's so exciting.
We ordered a dumpster.
Yep, so driving the car through the yard.
Pressure washer projects.
Today we are going to show you what it looks like for our family of 5 to downsize from our 2,500 square foot house into our 35-foot RV. Because if you've been following along, you know that Brian lost his job less than 2 weeks ago. So I said, oh, you home for lunch? And he said,
No, I'm home for the rest of my life because I lost my job.
And so we are ramping up our efforts to downsize and simplify our lives. We plan to take our RV out and full-time RV for a while till we figure out what we're going to do and where we want to live. So you can come along this weekend and check out what we're doing to try to get rid of everything in the house and put it on the market in the next couple of weeks.
Okay, so we ordered a dumpster to get the clearing out of the house moving. We got 20 cubic yards. We have it for 10 days. We're going to load it up and get rid of some of the junk that we have.
Ooh, it's so exciting. I'm sure the guy appreciates the audience. So unfortunately for us, we live on a dead-end street, so we can't just put out free stuff and like have a bunch of drive-by traffic see it and get it. So what we did was we did a curb alert on Craigslist and put free, and then I listed out what we had, put a picture of basically just all the stuff, and then we made an extra sign here, and we're gonna put this down at the end of our dead-end street where there is more traffic. Alright, so we put our free sign down here. We got it. My arrow's probably not pointing exactly the right direction, but the idea is that, right here, that as cars go by, they can see the sign and follow the arrow. And then if you look way up there, you can see the other free sign. So hopefully people can figure it out.
Okay, so we are now attempting an outdoor project because it's a decent day. It's about 67 degrees, nice fall day. We have an outside garage door here that we have to paint. And it's got really old paint. It's kind of chipping off, and it's not like you can just kind of sand it a little bit and then paint it. So we have a pressure washer here we're gonna try to use. Jared's setting it up.
Now I think I read online somewhere, okay, so it says you gotta put it on pencil thin full power and then just go.
Yeah, and then you can actually dig a hole into the wood
and it looks nice.
And you can etch your name. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put our initials. That'd be cool, right?
Yeah. I can hear the click in here. It's so a little, or is that
just... So we've got all this stuff in our yard and I don't really even know what any of it is.
So not only we have all this lovely array of stuff in our yard, we have this dumpster. And you might wonder, like, okay, if you have a dumpster, why don't you throw all that stuff in the dumpster? Well, it's twofold. So if someone can use stuff, then I would rather someone take it and get use out of it. And secondly is the dumpster's like really, really expensive. I had no idea dumpsters were so expensive. But so we got a smaller one and we should be able to fit everything in it, but we don't want to go over the weight limit either and have to pay extra. But now if we go around the dumpster, it's just a good thing we have 2 driveways at our house because we can't use this driveway for a while. So it's Alex's climbing pile. So we did get like 6 yards of mulch because in going to sell our house, of course, we want to fix up the outside as well as the inside to make it all pretty. So we got 6 yards of mulch, and this is one of our other projects.
Okay, so at the local Halloween parade,
yeah,
I got a bag.
Throw the candy off of the fire trucks and off of all the floats, and we try to grab as much as we can. Yeah, so as you can see, it gets a little crowded. We try to get here early enough before a bunch of chairs are out. Once it's like some of the sidewalks are narrow, once they're lined with a bunch of chairs, it's difficult for me to kind of get around them. So we found our spot, and we put our blankets down and wait for the parade. Hey, look what we hit. Just hit 1,400. All right.
Okay, 304. Where's the parade? It didn't go down. It's supposed to go down in front of the camera.
Let's pretend the parade is going on.
Yeah, okay, yeah, pretend.
We don't look weird at all. Alright, Alex, look happy, alright. Front and center, smile a lot, and wave.
Hold Dumbo?
Yes, hold Dumbo. That's what happens when a car stalls in the parade. Just try to blow a bubble. So it's like the bus that used to have bubble gum, because we haven't like ever had bubble gum. Right, Mom?
Yeah, we're terrible parents, so we didn't let them have bubble gum.
Just try to blow a bubble. Do it. Go. Okay, how do you flatten it?
We send the big kid out in the middle of the street.
Why isn't anybody throwing like king-size Snickers bars?
So he blew a bubble. Yay, honey, I'm so proud of you.
Hey, we've nothing in it yet.
Yep, so we got to do the ceremonial christening of the dumpster and finding something that we want to throw in it to get it started.
Oh, I want to find something in my room.
I'm pretty sure we can find something or 2 or 100 things in your room that we don't need. Like some stuffed animals.
No! I'm not throwing my stuffed animals in the dumpster.
I will.
Alright, so as part of our cleanup efforts, we are going through each room and getting rid of either furniture or things that are sitting around that we don't need and that we're not going to be able to sell. Some of it we're selling on Craigslist, some we're taking out to the dumpster, as you have seen. So this room we kind of got cleared out. We moved the dining room table from the dining room to what used to be the living room because it was just a big wide open space then. We actually like the table here because there's a big window here, we can look out. It's really nice to sit here and eat now, so wish we would have done this sooner. So now the living, or what used to be the dining room is now the kids' school area, and this is just a big dining room.
The ceremonial throwing of the first object in the dumpster is here.
So like the christening of the dumpster.
Yeah, so first item. And now, Dad, what do you have?
Daddy,
Really?
that was it.
Yeah, I found a piece of paper in the yard.
And then there's Jarod. We threw Jarod in the dumpster.
Yeah.
Okay, see you, Jarod.
Jarod's in the dumpster. The dumpster holds garbage. Therefore, Jarod is garbage.
No, you can stay in there,
You're
honey.
smart enough to think of that, are
Hey,
you?
now he's out. He's not garbage anymore.
Nope.
It's not wheelchair accessible.
No, so if we put you in there,
You're stuck.
you'd be garbage.
I'd be
forever.
stuck here.
Move on, Eric's in the truck.
So happy together. Let's say that you belong to me.
So, in the end, it all worked out. I got my very favorite candy, a caramel.
2 of them.
2 right at the end of the parade.
This is mine.
Oh, okay. I'm sharing with her. She wants one, so I get one. This is like my very favorite. The parade is over. Parade's over. Time to go home. Eat candy. Like a flag thing.
Can I have that same time?
So we actually do walk down the street because at the end of the parade, Brian can't get down the sidewalk with all the chairs and people, so that's why we follow the parade at the end until we
No,
get
it's
to
to
our
pick
car.
up candy.
Well, for Jared, it's to try and find candy.
So a lot of the folks come into the church parking lot and then they like disassemble it.
part 2 of the pressure washer projects. It is the patio, and it's painted concrete, and we want to get it kind of, this part of it is all faded and hardly colored at all. The part under the porch is colored because the sun didn't hit it as much. So we're going through and we're going to paint the whole thing like a gray color.
Yep, so driving the car through the yard. We got to take stuff to auction, and rather than drag it all the way from the basement up to the driveway, we drive through the yard, back it up to the basement, and load it up. So still working on loading up tools, and so this is an interesting one, which weighs a ton. An old heavy vise. Okay, that's about it for the basement stuff for today's auction trip. Now we've got to go into the attic. Okay, so the attic's not nearly as bad as it used to be, but we're gonna get some video of some things we can take to the auction from up here.